What's going on, YouTube? This is a very late video for my thoughts and reviews and impressions of Endwar, but July has been a crazy month. I think every weekend so far we have been away, including this upcoming weekend, although I have no idea when this video will go out. So I know everything has already been discussed and argued and beaten to death. So if you haven't put your thoughts or heard others talk about Endwar in general, go out, find the videos, find the discussion boards, and you can read and see all about it. So this is going to be a really quick video of me just kind of yabbering on and just giving you guys a quick update on some other things. First and foremost, I want to thank two contributors to the new intro video. I have been thinking about not rebranding, maybe rebranding, just spicing things up a little bit. Things have been kind of stale on that front. So first, thank you to DJ CamBomb for the intro music, for letting me use his music. Links in the description for his YouTube channel and a couple of other streaming services where he has his music. Please go check him out, support him. Awesome guy. The other for the illustration of the lock and load, that is an artist. She goes by Seacow Studios, so I had that commission done. I might do a couple other blasters around as well, just because I really liked it so much. Anyway, thank you to those two, and let's get going. So for FoamCon, Endwar in general, you can't have an event like that without so many people involved with the planning and thought process and, you know, all the legwork and all the time that they put in. So you have to thank RIT1 for hosting, for all the mods that were there, the administration of RIT for allowing such an event to take place, to Drac, to Spam, and I know I'm probably missing a ton of other people who have put in their time and dedication just to get an event like that going. So first, thank you all for the event. It was a wonderful weekend, and I am just so happy that I went. It was a great experience. Luckily, I had a place to stay in Rochester from a friend of mine, but the event, FoamCon Endwar, such a great experience. Thank you all for your time in just putting it all together. So FoamCon was awesome. And I have to admit that I was totally late to the party. Me going up to Endwar was a last minute decision. And, you know, I decided to just bring up all of these blasters that I've made and allow people to come try them out, look at them, ask me questions, and that was a lot of fun. I was able to get to the preloading the day before, where a lot of vendors were able to come, set up their tables, and didn't even think about tablecloth, signs, stickers. So I get there, I'm like, oh man. So the morning of, ran over to Walmart, grabbed some tablecloth. I had made a tiny little sign, but realized that was probably way too small. It would have been better to have a bigger sign, have links to my YouTube channel, links to other places people could find me. But overall, I think people kind of sketchy of all the CPVC stuff on my table. Some people recognized my work. Others just had literally no idea what the hell I was doing there, especially since I did anything to sell. I didn't have any stickers. But yeah, so there it was. One thing about the con that I was really happy about, my blasters all held up. The only two blasters that had issues were this AT2K, where did it go? There it is. Dart ramp fell out of the rear loading slot area. So this needs to obviously get fixed, but I figured since it is broken and we have access to 3D printing, might as well design something for a loading slot for this guy. Probably do the same thing for this as well. So another project to do down the road. The other blaster that sort of broke was the AT3K turret, and obviously you can see this little brass piece here moved out forward, so I just need to fish that out, reseat it back down in here, and that will be fine. Other than that, there was a jam with my Doomsayer where a couple darts were backfed into the plunger, so had to open that up, take it out, and that worked great. So again, overall, everything worked really well. I was happy that people were able to come and try out the blasters. There were a couple people, when I asked, do you want to try firing them? Were like, oh no, this looks way too vintage, I don't want to break stuff. Now I don't know whether or not I should have felt disrespected or what, but it was it was really funny. I said, please, I use these at wars currently, they're not going to break. But one of the more surprising things that I found of my table was that these guys were the most popular thing on my table. People could not stop talking about these and trying these out. I guess these are just kind of a niche blaster. If you know about it, you know about it, and if you don't, you don't. And probably not a lot of people had really seen this type of blaster in modification. So I got a lot of offers to purchase these at the table. A lot of people asked, how do I build one if I get one of these? So I may look for some and maybe build a couple and do a giveaway, but we'll see where that goes. But overall, FoamCon was awesome. I will sprinkle some of the pictures of people that I've met, and a lot of people that I met were on my bucket list, and it was great to see so many faces, to meet so many people that I had talked to, seen, heard about, maybe conversed with through messages in person, and just be able to see them live in person, and it was so much fun. Along with meeting people at the con, it was so much fun to get all the stickers from the different vendors. Uno, Boomstick Mods, Griever, Al the Geek, Bobololo, R-Mods, Containment Crew. The Singapore squad gave me their sticker. I also got a patch from them, plus a little multi-tool with their logo on it. This thing is awesome. I love multi-tools. This thing is so compact. It is on me pretty much all the time now. So thank you guys. Awesome. I love it. And got an Endwar patch and a button. I completely forget who this was for. I'm trying to go back through footage to see if I can find them. But again, all the swag that I got, amazing. But the goal of the whole weekend for me was just to meet people, and I think I pretty much hit that goal. So again, to everyone who came by the table, asked me questions, got to try out the blasters, thank you. So one of the other surprising things was that I had a bunch of people recognize this on my table. It's just so funny to me that people came up and are like, I've seen this, you need to finish this. Please finish this. And I got to talking with some people, showed them the mechanics of it. They had questions, and it was just so funny, I see that people actually watch my videos, and I see people have been watching this series for the AT3K turret, but I've never actually met anyone that is like, I need to have this. So it was just so funny. And it was great to actually hear feedback, to get comments from you guys. So obviously some of the other highlights of the weekend, the tournament and HVZ. Obviously some of the swag, you get a bandana. This one was on my head pretty much the entire time, which was still awesome. Apparently, I also got tagged by the Chaos Squad twice. Who knew? And And if you were there for the last mission, hopefully you got your challenge coin. Rare challenge coin, might I add. But so, you know, all of that swag was really fun. For HVZ, I picked up an Aeon Pro, so I will be doing a whole video just on this guy with all the various attachments and stuff that I've done to it. So HVZ, overall, I had a lot of fun. It was great to see people, hang out with people, run around, tag people, shoot a couple of people for the very first couple minutes, and it was fun. It was fun to see just kind of the mechanics and how it all worked. There were various points within the different missions that were confusing, frustrating, a little hazardous, disappointing, and I think the biggest issue that I had was just the communication. The communication didn't seem to really be effective. Either if it was from a mod giving the information out to the humans and the zombies at the beginning of the mission, or even during the mission, things seem to change. And I know that the mods could kind of change up rules a little bit just to either keep the action going or just to be able to get to a certain point. But it seemed to be different mod to mod to mod to mod, which just made things just that much more confusing. So it was just, you know, again, a lot of little things that kind of built up to an overall frustrating experience on some of the missions. Some of them went great, some of them not so good. Would I participate in another HVZ event? I don't know. Perhaps I would, just to see something different. A great event. Glad I got to witness and be a part of it. The third part of the weekend were the tournament qualifiers and the finals. I was lucky enough to be able to see basically the ending of the Thursday qualifying rounds. So it was great to just kind of see that on field. I didn't realize just how fast each round was. So that was really good to see. It was great to see kind of the layout of the field. And unfortunately on Sunday, I was able to get there in the morning just to be able to say hello and to a couple people that I had missed before, but was not able to stay for the finals. So obviously got caught up on all of that when I got back home. So overall, it was awesome weekend. So glad I got to go. So glad that I got to meet so many of all of those internet celebrities out there in the Nerf world. You guys made such an awesome weekend. I am working on this. There'll be a video on this. If you guys have any highlights or any funny things that happened during the weekend, please put those down in the comments. I have a lot of great stories that I have that are just so funny, so good. And I'd love to hear what you experienced, what you're frustrated with, and all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, that is all I have for you today. We'll see you later.